Ebusuafo na etie for any day kwan so mema obi bia akwaba. Aha no me Daily Update TV. Ebusua de bia ye youth ne yekoda na yebɔ mpae ye mbɔ mpae kese pa. So far obi a Ghana ni bia akoda na bɔ mpae kai ye president John Dramani Mahama. So far this man and as a president he will prove say he came for the youth. Obama ye mmabunu no. Ohwe na appointment a wa making nyina obi kra be some side na make say Obama the youth. American we mu nyina because ohwe na appointment na wa making na youth ne dawson. Yes, youth ne dawson. Na ni nyina no o kire say Ghana, of course Ghana ye fire population the youth no occupy a larger portion of your population no. Na wo hu ni say omomo time no anase omo de omo nyini o enche omo beye mre na omo akofie. Na youth no ye na the future of Ghana ehye yensa. And the side obe grooming the youth no. Na so omo ye mra na ye youth no ya take over. Na omo mufi no omo mama advice. Said ye kwabena do for kan ye no. Ebusua ye president John Dramani Mahama wa make appointment bi. Na with a good news wa appointed the national chairman of the great NDC, ne son, ne ba, and wa appointed no as a deputy CEO of MIIF. Obi kura baby sam say abrante na MIIF ya working ye de bad. Me pacho ye kan MIIF na in full no. Ye say and I say in full a minerals income investment fund. Na obi kura baby same de bad ya ankasa because what can say a minerals income investment fund. Omo edwuma be no mudi. Said the ni dinity and minerals nti no ebusua ye fa Ghana say ya goodie ye tu nyina ye minerals na ye wo nyina no ye tu asika ye nya no ye dibi aban ni dibi ye developmental projects na de beka no so no wa creative portion bi e de ye investment a ebeboa me no wo every Ghanaian. Na eno ana so far the MIIF no MIIF, that is the Minerals Income Investment Fund no omo ye into omo no agudie na ye tu no oman na tu na ye bi dia ye developmental project ye di bi aye de ye be ye no income a kakra ye benya dividend a ye benya no eno na omo mo a invest send ye be ya ne returns na beba no ye benya good returns na ye nyina omo said to me di bi de asa ye more developmental projects ama me no nyina. Enti the president of the Republic of Ghana was appointed Johnson Asiedu Nketia ne ba as a deputy CEO of MIIF, Minerals Income Investment Fund. Where good news because what Abrantia now or you're very energetic or ya dear papa na obi kura baby na Abrantia ya oka Asiedu Nketia ba your friend is saying sana question ne beye na me pacho nipa ya meka no asem ye friend Dr. Kweku Asiedu Nketia a oye the national chairman of the great NDC neba the president of the Republic of Ghana appointed Dr. Kweku Asiedu Nketia, the son of the great NDC, the son of the national chairman of the great NDC. Nyankopon share na onye okese. Me pacho list wall NPP penyin list wo na napokun so apia ba bonten de nsem bia betudwa. Me pacho me mam kasa nyetintin ye bekọ na akoti nsem na nkasa free list wo ho no. Nyankopon share ye nyina na onye ekese. Ona onye ye nyina akese. Stay tuned for more updates. Me das bebre.
Imakotum. There. Nana Mahama has begun well. He has really begun well. Waye adwumaso just emretia we bi chese so wo hwe aman panifo ahodo a omaba ifri omanpani Rollins I no akra hand it over to himself for the first time in a very long time. A friend is saying PNDC Eba NDC on one hand over to himself. Now we share how or she share na buy. Now we share kwanya or faso etoto ne nneɛma na wohwɛ president Kofo abra obeye mampani ono so kwan ofa so toto ne nneɛma na wo de toto eye omampani mails any ono ankasa John Mahama no oye na FM ekwan yo mo fa so mo hyehyɛ o maban na wo hwɛ hawa ono a John Mahama so Professor Mills ekɔ ne krechi obedi mfi bosomi nsia anaka na wo hwɛ kwan a wo fa so a ono so odi nkunim o hyehyɛ na aban na in fact John Mahama has beaten himself to his own records. Enti yabebo na baso papa. Many are the issues we're dealing with within this very short period. On a normal day, no, you don't expect say mampenia waba foforo ko betimide abasahari so ayesa enyomano. Now it's because the reason why we were talking to Ghanaians about President Mahama say Eden say ibenya nesaso because you see sene senkenya mra ena esi omampani Kofo ho kwan ena sebi o se bedi mampani bi mu a ejidi say enuoma bi wo ho a wo aban mo ye ya anye bia no onu hu oti ase nipa mintimi emka bi ma no da na wiase aseye Akufuado se da chi bi nyame mpangu senke se enye mampan friends amemmo emra constitution na yesi o Akufuado timi se di mampani bi mu a I cannot vouch for him. Kofo Krano, I will do so closing one eye and leaving the other. But nipa na mintimi en me ho achinye da John Mahama because ni sinto no krampo no sinto a wa ban mu a chese is because or a human what you say unse nipa bi wo mfomso wo mabrabom ena nipa bi num ahye wo ho bone what you say John Mahama will not intentionally commit adia wrong. He will not intentionally be wrong. What you say? Sinto de woni pa famintino adia ba ku mienu miensa bi wo a obetimi ehun say anko yie bibi ti say Bas Brandon. You see that is not directly under his stewardship. Ebia is under an auspices like transport for no Minister for Transport Jifa Ativo at that time and ono oye djuma bi na ase ekof sika bi ko fa akofo nsase eno krampo no you could tell how what take kekempo no ne reaction Emma Jifa Akroma FM
just Bas Branding scan wo mukra was like 5 million Ghana cedis. It was
3 million Ghana cedis. Yeah. And no kra me kra me one man demonstration. Wow. Emma, just because John Mahama, His Excellency, or T Yekekempo no, Jifa could not contain the energy in the area. Oh, she had to resign. Obi se me pese me beye man pen me pese me nya $1 million. Just at the mention crack kese o pese o nya $1 million wa ben no. The person had to Minia Vicky, no, was said because you could not be in John Mahama's government. Obi to say Bugapele. Onya Obi Kekeo. I mean, they have come a long way. Obi ni yonko breboa chese aye nuane sa. They say mini bobie na me say bobie me de akotum. And I say me ma ye bone bobie smith or de makotum. What must say? So it tells how John Mahama is. And dear Ayana sometimes among for who say he is very, very selfless. Onyo bia sebi ewiasia fair ne fair there be. Yes. I mean ade fair the man empe. The new swap boa so onim ade fair. Say was say me ye adwuma onim say ade we was say nchirima be hu say me na me ye and the dreams ne so. John Mahama is not the man in a hurry. He is the man with a vision. And Obia o vision biano, they come always prepared. Because they say odansifo Bible church dansifo mu say oyobi a oye prepared na yem planning edan wa abra mesimi kosi dan o ye planning ni what them ntiansa na be pia bonten say me kosi dan no na wunim say me wo breacher sika me wo steel bender sika me wo surveyor sika me wo bia sika including even the oil quantity surveyor obetimi a chese dan we will see we are ne bo be yesi enti nyasa afa na me kwa koto ye friend say anwea one trip dia ba be hyaase na ebia enfie mienu miensa achi we sa wo dan be ka dem what you say so as visionary as John Mahama has always been no you could tell how when he was member of parliament when he was minister, deputy minister, vice president, and with this experience no and how vast it is no Ghana ha dey so benya necessary na wasabe mampani wakofie osi no Mrs. Nioma a course so na sinto way so I don't expect say John Mahama will get anything wrong even though I believe say as human no sinto there but to get it wrong there is going to be very difficult.
Okay.
And until now ministry appointments no it's not as if enka ayobia kobo se wa yenu sakatu opeso ma hu ne direction enunti hwenipa o appointi omo no wo hu se enyinam kanea ho asem hu hia papa wo hu se emra nsem hu hia papa because esinto wo enioma Ghana fo hia se wo so wo ye no wo attend to no emra ene wo se de yes ade no nti mrasem hu hia papa for example oral cannot be very effective when we don't have an attorney general and minister for justice and John Mahama is a man to the core of every definition of every word nti so okase minister for justice and yes wo kwakofo bi te say Godfrey Damia ono ba be ne puppet now ono play the puppeteer na ono no then it becomes like a puppetry no he will not and you know he has looked out for the best Attorney General and Minister for Justice, who is a well-distinguished personality, Sebi or what doctorate in Emra. Any munsem Osheya Supreme Court for Omokase no be church to say what me ya many yabo at some point now feel very uncomfortable in himself because he was making him look like a fool. I mean, not just to say the word, but at least say obi awako suku. Now you have thrown your certificate away and you are now using say the commonest wisdom. Not even wisdom. They say every wisdom is wisdom. I mean the commonest language. Say what me have to statute actually kind black law dictionary. I mean how weird can a lawyer of that stature be? And he was very blunt. I say no more say me na or nipa your friend is saying or you're predetermined. Yes, why? Who is not predetermined? Lawyers are always predetermined before they enter court. Because when himself client not the beam. So you are predetermined. What is wrong with being predetermined? What is wrong with? Because when himself the end Kamrani say and Emrani can a predetermination. Because I know that informal with decision. What must I say? And you know, all that will go through with the election petition in 2021 and what baba bedru baby a wedru yankopon adom say wa be obi a on na ba behwe mra nsem so Ghana ha and I believe say he has a lot to at least correct, if to use the correct word. Correction is much needed in that office because they say you know, the office has been tainted with a lot of very weird and very unpleasant and Nioma Mintimingika. Say Minister for Justice Timi Kwani will be quiet can say Biamfa atu force in tomb. Dia and I say boa abansifo atu achino and abeye tria so go titiri. So if you look at his appointments from Atu Forcing to John Jenapo to Dr. Ayeni, it should tell you that John Mahama is very serious a president.
Okay.
And Nana, so far, so good, to borrow the words of President Kufuor. So far, so good. Just to add, say, very, very good. But there are so much Ghanaians are expecting from John Mahama. And baby, I was shall free no. A yara. No, say the way Ghanaians see NDC, no. Anyhow, we measure them by standards, no. Way ahead of sending you MPP abayin. It is NDC ba bemwa. I know ne Dawson because the expectation now nipa here free NDC abayin ho no. Eso chain expectation I be here free MPP abayin ho. Enti sa ade si Akufo-Addo apen so no. Senke bi si John Mahama apen so anka kudita be adwuma. Onim de ntia. NDC and a war your democracy. And the expectation Ghana for a war free or mohono. Eso because Ghana for a dream on the titru, yeah, a be a ye Rollins are buying no. Any near course so ansana your friend is saying or back democracy mono. Now you need GDS dear Rollins a year no, from 1992 to the year 2000 no, and now 2001 no. Now you need GDS Rollins obeti me a transition home from soldier aban to a civilian government. Obeti me a outperform on one home, even when it was a military government. Outperform ne home. And you may be Rollins here. Yet me modern. And this is for me. I don't need me ya so more bomb my juma who the rule. Almost in Kesi pa no. And I'm believing, say, John Mahama being a communication expert, you know, he won't allow for this thing to happen again.
Okay.
And unti mesre, say, Medemanusi, Adia Anra, Naminuanum, you know, no more discuss who be here by communication. There's nothing wrong building a communication, your friend is saying, office in every office. There's nothing wrong. Because you have to understand, say, Oye phone bell and Oye phone wa to media ni nyina. Kopem se mo beji sika e wo mo ho a mo awia no. They don't care paying that money to the media because the media was part of their syndicate, their criminal syndicate. Media no was part. There are some journalists that they could not afford even rent and them do call mu fia. We am be show. Meanwhile ni pay no ko busa say ni pay yes ya. Eye kiti wani bi enti se due ba e more. Edue na mu ne ba ne more. Na so so no ko hu mansions ahodo a omu oni a. We am be show. It's not to say journalists or obobre enye. But how can the watchman who is supposed to be the watchdog no be the thief and be protecting the thieves? About how then ya two year watching it is a wash and you may cost one and more your imagine say a business as usual. Yes, we don't have to be so hard on ourselves. However, it's not business as usual. And you say I'm on for Peace FM news, on UTV news, on Joy news, on Accra FM news. No, you have to force information down the throats of Ghanaians, especially dear why. There be you sumi mami example yi ofri amanone ba obedru terminal 3 February 13th 2017 till between that time no now it wasn't possible any government could have built terminal 3 but already bedru hono or say Akufo-Addo ban and say wait me aye till between 7th January to 13th February.
Less than 3 months.
Less than one and a half months.
Okay, 2 months.
So 7th January
to
February. And no February 7th.
No,
1 month.
1 month.
1 month. About say 6 days. February. Already say Akufo-Addo hey obey adwuma on. And I say now when they bet me the 1 month say sad day we. Now say concrete crowd we are 21 days and san akio. And you know already now say enti Mahama na yen am say Mahama na say Mahama yin so to what me adwuma we nyina wa mo hu the rule. This is not to rebuke minimum money boama na anybody, but it is because the communication gap was too wide. Nipa bia wo sinto. Me, I have never hidden it when I have to rebuke you or to tell you how it is like, because life, you know, obia wo sinto. Enti e mas hadie ni bi nsi biem. For the past days here, John Mahama beye, and then na watch pepepemboa. And then na watch Mahama beye president, mewa, His Excellency.
Akroma FM.
And then na watch you know, ejuma wa ye doso, but there is a communication gap. Huge communication gap. Which we don't have to repeat the mistakes of yesterday. Any question say, any question say, me struggle to know the John Mahama, because every step of the way he is doing something. Everywhere he goes, he is doing something. That's John Mahama. At the click of a button on his phone, he is working. Bibi bia oye bia ejuma no oye work in progress.
But na unim.
Enti no message no say.
Yeah, sometimes I don't know say bia. Omo wo media houses be a few media houses be almost select wo mo a omo give out information to them.
Wrong.
Because
there were times
yes. Ejuma CMG. Citizen show
yes.
Yankasa ne fish out information.
Wrong.
Your agenda,
wrong.
There's nothing like say the party communication bureau and answer presidency communication team no. Ebe mau information be say deal with this issue for us, tackle this agenda for
There
us.
are two parties. There are two parties in this country are omo strong, MPP and NDC. NPP on ye adwuma no obebo the rule say waye. NDC be ye adwuma no omo hu the rule. Enti de bia no MPP is seen in the public space say omo ye adwuma. Tenya Kufuado ena oma enguasia kan omo na necessary social media nti bibia ni ana akola ketekete ni wakoyi ato oboa ama say kura Kufuado krom friend na oboa. Uko TikToker na oboa.
Okay.
Oh, enti no mesra omo sa de ne nko ade so omo and try and correct sa mistake na see 2016 no na so mo ye o madwen say e wo say nipa hu fine
because wezo afa
wezo there
because wezo afa so be ehu
no say wezo ama enka o my we enke betiti apansa
no the me chance say e so wezo ayenti no e wo so be ehu
yes
so be enya
no wezo is working like Accra FM is working like any other FM, CTV, UTV, Joy FM, or whatever. Everyone is working. Now, Wezo no, there was that gap. Traditional media no allowed the space for John Mahama information but travel farther than baby ano mo peno. So Wezo became an intervention, which was an impeccable decision. Now. Beyond no, I'm saying
but class media
I was just laying the foundation.
XYZ media is
that does not mean
yes.
That does not mean say Wezo has filled in the gap. It has done well, making sure say John Mahama will be given the exposure. However, there are other media firms sometimes and yes say you say Joy from Pen this yasem and I say UTV and I Peace FM from it's never like that. The only MIIF, the only thing is that how is NDC building the relationship with the media firm and the personnel? It's about relationship. There are personalities on NDC they know Nanama directly. They know Hunto directly. Sa yen said here Dennis and your man, your fam more bra. Patawa kwa yasia or semen cheubia. Obiana and kwa yasin kochi.
Ebusuafo ne etie fo me pacho me ma obi bia akwaba